Hey guys, let's practice converting a mixed number to an improper fraction, okay? And this is a super important fourth grade skill because it comes in handy anytime we're carrying out operations with fractions, whether that's adding or subtracting or even multiplying, okay? So before we move into how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, let's just take a minute or two to remind ourselves what those words mean, okay? So when we're talking about a mixed number, well, a mixed number is a number that's written as a whole number with a fractional part added to it. Okay, so for example, let's look at 1 and 3/8, and that's how you read it, 1 and 3/8. Okay, you have the whole number added to a fractional part. Okay, and you can see a visual model right below the number. Okay, you have one whole added to a fractional part. One whole, 8/8 added to a fractional part, 3/8. Okay. Now, when you're talking about an improper fraction, okay, we're still dealing with fractions, but an improper fraction specifically is when the numerator is greater than the denominator, okay, which means that the fraction represents a quantity that is greater than one whole. And for example, 11/8 is an improper fraction. The numerator is greater than the denominator, okay? And you can actually see that 11/8 happens to be the improper fraction that is equivalent to 1 and 3/8. So these are the same quantity, okay? And you can see that because 11/8, well, if you count up your 8s in this visual model, you have 11 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 8s is the exact same quantity as 1 and 3/8. So going back and forth between mixed numbers and improper fractions is one of those very important fourth grade skills. So let's look at how you do that, okay? Step one, as it often is in fourth grade, is to draw a visual model. So let's say, for example, that we have the mixed number 1 and 3/4, and we are being asked to find the equivalent improper fraction. How are we going to do that? Well, step one, draw a visual model. I have one whole right here on the left plus 3/4 on the right. So I have my whole number part and my fraction part for my mixed number. Okay, step two is to take the whole number part and to rewrite it as a fraction. Okay, and what do we mean by that? Well, you can see that the whole is still a fraction because it's broken into equal parts. It's partitioned into equal parts. So I can take that one whole and I can rewrite it and I can express it as 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 4 parts, or 4/4. Okay, and once you have your whole written as a fraction, you take that opportunity and just count up the total number of fractional parts because you're basically finding a sum. Okay, you have 1 plus 3/4. You've rewritten the 1 as 4/4, and now you're adding 4/4 plus 3/4. Okay, and when I add 4/4 plus 3/4, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/4, which means the sum is 7/4, and the equivalent improper fraction is 7/4. And then the last step is just to check it algebraically with an equation. Okay, so let's remind ourselves how to do that here. So my original mixed number was 1 and 3/4. Okay, I rewrote that. I think of that mixed number as one whole plus a fractional part, 3/4. I take the whole number, I rewrite it as a fraction. 1, when I'm talking about fourths, is equivalent to 4/4. And then I add those two fractions, 4/4 plus 3/4. Anytime I'm adding fractions, the denominator I treat as my unit. It stays the same, and I just add my numerators together. Okay, so 4/4 plus 3/4, I could think about that. I can write it as 4 plus 3/4, and then you're just simplifying. 4 plus 3 is 7, which means that my mixed number, 1 and 3/4, is equivalent to the improper fraction, 7/4.